There we go. Recording is now up, which means this is your host, Kazar, and welcome back to Pokemon Legends Arceus. In the last episode, oh god, it's been a few weeks, sorry. I know we have to go see Avalugg. I know there's still one noble Pokemon we have to do, and then we're kind of at the post-game. But before we go there, I wanted to show you guys my team, because we haven't really been using a team up to this point, so I filled it with some of my favorites and some that I've never used before. So we have, let's see, what did I name you again? Yeah, this is Frankie the Honchcrow. He's doing just fine. We got Freon the Refrigerator Rotom. Shinigami is still on the team, snoozing next to snoozing next to Purple Haze. So yeah, we got Shinigami still. You doing good, buddy? You're doing just fine. We have Gallahan the Glade. Doing all right there. We got yeah, Purple Haze the Sneasler. And then we have Kaido the Gyarados.
And with your co-host Mr. Muffinberry.
He doesn't roll R's. Stop trying to make him roll R's. He literally cannot. He tries so hard. And even if you put spaces, it's just the rah Rasputin thing. I know you want him to so bad.
Rah 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 whoosh bing bar.
Alright, but now using Braviary's power, we're able to fly up here with ease. Your ARC phone is beeping! A piece of eternal ice. A type of ice beloved by the Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg. This ice is said to be fragments of ancient Avalugg that lived long ago. Hooray, corpses. I do not remember who Garrick is. Is he the big burly man of the ice? Yeah. At last, this summit is
Frosted trainers,
conquered.
part of a balanced breakfast.
And I see you made it too! Flew down to this place and obtained the eternal ice, did you? What drives that burning zeal of yours, I wonder? I do have to respect the effort you've put in. I may still have my own doubts weighing on my mind, but I will make the necessary preparations so that you can face my lord, Avalugg. Meet me at Ice Peak Arena! Now, don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform!
My loop died and never showed up.
Oh, what? You should have gone a loop. What, did the loop not happen? Hold on.
Nom.
No, the loops work.
nom.
I don't know what's going on. Did they not work before? Weird. Technical difficulties. Love them. Till next we meet. Alright, sorry you guys didn't get your loops. It's not a stream unless something goes wrong. You guys missed out on your loops so he can have extras.
Nom nom. Nom 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 nom.
There. Does that make up for it?
Nom.
You're still confused about Garrick's chest? What's there to be confused about? It's called manscaping. He shaved his chest into the symbol of his village. It's about the same as getting a tattoo, except it's not permanent. Why, if it isn't Q! What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face, in this far corner of the Alabaster Icelands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalugg. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Sure. And why wouldn't you be? So, Avalugg, yes, the fifth of Hisui's nobles. That he is, and you know what? He's an absolute beast! Well, yes. According to what I was told, not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires off massive icicles, and he can cause sharp icicles to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem a bit too powerful to take on? What more? Apparently the Avalugg of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Doesn't that seem a bit too big to take on? Oh, you'll be alright. You'll just have to eat some sword caps, then give your training all your... give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward now, to the arena! Yes, well, I did want to see that Avalugg, but perhaps not at the cost of my life. So I suppose my freezing digits and I will be off. Excuse me, everyone. Just gotta make my way to the top. So we are to quell Avalugg, as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out. Or maybe your real strength comes from the way that you walk among both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs using that eternal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it'll be only a moment's work. And there you have it! If you truly wish to quell Avalugg, then walk on. The path lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You'll need unrivaled dodging ability. I'm going. Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg! I'm gonna throw ice at it, like a little snowball game. I'm gonna die. Dang, the lag is something for this. I can't even really, like, I can blame the game a little bit, but come on. I think they were just overambitious. Ugh. Let's calm down a bit, Avalugg. There you are. Close combat. You are quadruple weak to fighting. Right. Oh, darn it. Too early. Sorry, a bit rusty, and the controls aren't as... Like, it's weird. It's a fine fight. I just am used to a game being a lot more responsive. I've been playing a lot of action games. Like, going from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth to this is, like, so slow. Get it. Oh, you lived that time. It was a range. Got me with the last one. Get it, Gallade! Sorry, Gallahan. Yeet! So we cool? Get it? 'Cause ice. Anyway. And we get the icicle plate. Garrick, sir, you needn't look so downcast. But seeing mighty Avalon quelled and by such a slight child. A child that fell from the very sky. Is this Q-boy some kind of monster in disguise? He is no monster. He is the one who risked his life, without a second thought, in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Q. Garrick cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart, and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any of us that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change. Irida, I know your fears. I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Q has much to teach us. He's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife so long as our Pokemon are with us. He's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. It seems you've already changed, Irida. I knew you could pull that off, Q. You quelled every last frenzied noble. So is that space-time rift going to start closing up now, or what? There's little way of knowing for sure, though the rift does seem perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although, even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should still be alright as long as we've got Q. Indeed, we should be. It's good to have him at our side. You know something, Irida? We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but you Pearl Clan folk aren't all bad in my book. Look who's finally seen reason! Anyway, now that we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Kamado a visit and see if he'll finally crack a smile for us. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything left for us to do here. I did a lot of off-screen Pokemon gathering in between screens. So in case you're wondering how the Pokedex is coming along, I have caught 198 Pokemon. And I've seen 204. So I've caught most of the ones that are accessible to us right now. There are a couple of post games, and I believe there's like a total of 240. But some of the ones we can't catch are like the what is it called? The Rowlet line, and also the Oshawott line. We can't do anything with those. So there's still some that we just haven't done at all. But that's post game. We can't even get those. Each of the Pokemon nobles has become frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think, peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious Rift-born helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a world restored to normalcy. Yeah, sure. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Go nourish yourself at the Wallflower and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemon around us. Thanks for this nice sizable helping of potato mochi, Benny old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you'd recommend, by all means, bring it out. Having the nobles all quelled puts a grave threat to rest. Now it's time we focused on our survey work, though we still can't let our guard down around regular wild Pokemon, of course. I certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalugg needed quelling. But if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing. Yes, someone might have been under attack by some frenzied noble this very moment if Q hadn't come falling out of the sky to us. I still wonder, though, just what is the space-time rift anyway? And what will make it finally go? Wait, if the rift were to vanish, would that leave Q stranded here? Well, our little team is certainly very practiced at investigating things by now. We'll look into the matter and find a solution, I've no doubt. And even if we don't, you'll always have a home here in Jubilife Village, Q. Now then, tomorrow's soon upon us, and it'll be another hard day at work for the Survey Corps. Don't forget what we've got our sights on. Nothing less than a completed Pokedex. That's right. We'll get it done, with Q in the lead and me as the valiant assistant. Assistant? Come now, Akari, don't sell yourself short. You're a full-fledged member of the Survey Corps, too. Well, thanks for that, Professor. Then I guess I'd better eat my fill and get plenty of energy for another long day tomorrow. I bet tomorrow's going to be completely normal with nothing weird happening whatsoever. You know, I'd say I'd open my big mouth, but I don't have one of those on my PNG. What happened? Q. Some sort of dreadful energy appears to be pouring from the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky has gone red. I've word from the commander. You're to report to his office at once. But I didn't do anything. The way the sky has changed. It is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the quelling of all the nobles, didn't you? That can wait. There is a more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of that strange lightning, the one that drove Cleavor into a frenzy. It struck the night that Q fell from the sky, did it not? It seems natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Yeah, but correlation does not equal causation. You jerk. Who or what are you really, Q? A Survey Corps member? Indeed, you've done all I ordered. Exactly, you're the one who said it. But that does not answer the question of who you really are. You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about? And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you're really after here? I didn't do it. Hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest Q has wronged us. Exactly. And besides, do you really think he's got the sort of fearsome power it'd take to make all this happen? Let me ask you in turn, can you prove beyond a doubt that he is free from guilt? How are they supposed to prove that? This person, this stranger, appeared out of a rift in space-time. Who here can guarantee he is who he says? Who here can guarantee he is to be trusted? But that's... No one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. Thank you, Irida. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Q supposed to do then? He will be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster. But not as a member of the Galaxy team. He remains a suspect unless he can clear his name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky. And so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No, until you've restored our world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Silene? Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Q? Do not attempt to intervene on his behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free rather than clap you in chains. By the way, welcome to the chat, guys. Hope you have yourselves a nice time here. You're to be expelled from the village? What? Why? Orders are orders. Goodbye, friends. Even you're sad. Everyone's sad. I'm coming. You guys are mean. We could take it from here, ma'am. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It is only right that I should personally escort him from the village to the Field Ends camp. I'll also see him off. As will I, naturally. I'll allow it. Then I'll mark you all down as bound for the Field Ends camp. Safe travels. Imagine blaming all this on a child. Yeah. Hey, child, do you know anything about this super evil energy emanating from the sky? The what? It seriously feels like going up to someone and being like, hey, did you know that there's nuclear radiation, small child? What do you have to say about that? Did you know that bomb was created the same day you were born? That's your fault then, isn't it? Like, how would we have anything to do with this? I can't believe the boss would do this. You were acting on his own orders when you quelled the frenzied nobles. I know, right, Akari? He's the one who told me to do this and then blamed me for doing it. Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the power to turn it red. My point, my dude! This is utterly intolerable and, I might add, absurdly unscientific. As a man of science, I must fight such a logical thinking tooth and nail. You must not. You will only cause Q more pain if you are driven out as well for defending him. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. Of course! Perhaps Animen or Irida might take you in. Though, I am afraid they've both already returned to their respective settlements. Perhaps you could go and find Leon first. He's likely to be at the Grand Tree Arena. Don't die alone out there. That's an order. I will ensure you will have all you need to complete the survey the commander has tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life, you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. How others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values. What of the dream I first shared with you on Prelude Beach to complete the Pokédex? That dream simply won't come true without you. You're just lazy. You know, you could do that yourself. I'm not saying it would be, like, as fast without me, but he could do it himself. know I could have just fast traveled there, but it's fun to soar around. You! What in the world did you do? Why am I still being blamed? Fellow child, tell me how I have wronged thee. Look at the size of that rift. If lightning starts pouring from it, all the Pokemon in Hisui could be thrown into a frenzy. The entire clan is in a panic now. I should have known that the only thing that could come from that rift was disaster. Well, never mind then. Is that really all you came to say? Look, you needn't try to put on a brave face. You've been a help to the Pearl Clan, and we know what kind of person you are. Though it must be said, for every sympathetic ear you might find there, you may also find a detractor who fears your presence. Also, my TV just went out for some reason. Hang on, I think the power cord is a bit iffy. You guys, it didn't like. Okay, I don't need to do the voice, but you guys, nothing happened to you. I'm having technical difficulties. One sec. So how's it going, chat? Everyone doing good out there? Enjoying Pokemon? What are you doing? Winding down for the night? Enjoying... Will the TV hurry up? I'm bad at small talk with chat. Sip. Okay. Alright, I'm back. You might also find a detractor who fears your presence. I truly do wish that I could repay you for quelling Cleavor's frenzy as you did. You must know that. But there's nothing I alone can do for you. Warden Mai might be able to help you, though. She's a caring woman, after all. You'll most likely find Maya at the Worn Bridge. I believe it's a very significant place for her. I'm certain that somewhere in the vastness of Hisui, there's a place for you as well. Thanks. I mean, you called me a walking disaster. Wee. Dive, dive, dive. My, what a frightful sky. Such a disturbing sight would be enough to put anyone ill at ease. You don't know what brought this about, do you? I don't know anything. I'm just here. I suppose it was too much to expect that you could already have an answer to all of this. They kicked me out. I don't have a bed anymore. To be fair, the bed there sucked. But I had a bed. I heard from our leader what happened. You can't return to that village of yours, can you? But I'm afraid the Diamond Clan cannot be the ones to save you. Why? I need a bed. Please. Please. I just want somewhere to sleep. Just anywhere. It's cold. The Diamond Clan could end up at war with the Galaxy team if things went badly. I think you would regret that as much as anyone. The Great Weirdeer took a liking to you. I want to offer you my support, but forgive me. I can't help you in this. Do not abandon hope. Time solves all things. And besides, you seem to have a talent for making your own way in the world. I have no doubt you'll continue to find a path to walk. You know, that was a very flavorful way of just saying, go do something else, my dude. Are you gonna shove me off the cliff? I've met Shinx before. Strange events seem to follow you wherever you go, don't they? Found you at last, Q. I've been looking all over for you, you know. What would I do if I were to lose one of my favorite customers? I have literally never bought anything from you. You have just given me stuff. You are a terrible salesman, but I do like you. Don't worry, I've already heard what happened. A good merchant knows well the importance of staying abreast of all the latest news. It seems you're in quite the pinch. No place for you among the Diamond Clan or the Pearl Clan. To say nothing of how poorly the Galaxy team has treated you. But not to worry! There are still corners of the Hisui region where we can stash you away in secret. I know a spot that will be the perfect hideaway. Leave it all up to me. Here we are. I know, it's no palace, but you know the saying about beggars and choosers. Oh. I mean, yeah, it's better than nothing. We got crops. We got gothic old ladies. Shirking your work to come pester me again, even beneath a bleeding sky? You never change. Always a pleasure, Mistress. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Kogita? But I'm afraid I'm not here today to learn more of Hisui's myths and legends. No mistress, thank you, just Kogita. And this is? Why, Q is the man of the hour. He's the one who quelled the frenzy of all the Pokemon nobles, believe it or not. Ah, the poor wretch you spoke of, lost in time and space. Dear me, lost one, it seems I'll be able to fulfill my duty at long last, thanks to you. Duty? Indeed, I am to guide you, lost one, for the task of preventing great disaster falls to you. The rift in space-time must be mended, lest time and space themselves be thrown out of balance. But come, you may enter my dear hideaway. There's much to be told. You told her I'm a poor wretch? To be fair, Baggins does take all my money, so I am poor. The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. In one such realm, far and farther still from ours, dwells almighty Sinnoh. The Diamond Clan's the Pearl Clan? No, how about neither of them are right? The expanse from antiquity to eternity, and the expanse from all sides above and below. Time traces the path we tread from the here and now into the future, while space yawns all-encompassingly, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those two clans do? They're inseparable. Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, one who has known other ages. Now listen, Lost One, here is what you must do. Hisui holds 3 lakes of great importance: Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each will set you, and bear their gifts to the Shrouded Ruins. There you may receive the red chain. With it, perhaps you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? You mean it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know the old words and what they bid us do. How true they are isn't mine to know. And regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors to leave their legends to the children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty, and you'll do it, won't you? Yeah. There. Oh, okay, fine, I'll hydrate. Hydrate or dihydrate, I know. I didn't do it. I did it just a little bit ago. There is nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. Mistress Kogita's got a lovely workbench here, and if you need materials, I'd be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. I'll need to rest, too. No need to worry about that. If you don't draw too much attention, I imagine you could steal a bit of shut-eye at one of the base camps. What was that cry? Have we now a lost Pokemon as well as a lost child? Do see to it, please. How could I refuse you, ma'am? Off we go, Q! Also, yes, welcome to the chat. I hope you have a splendid time here. Hello, hello, it's an Abra. Where did you teleport in from, little fellow? And it's got a letter. A letter addressed to you, Q. You take a closer look at the letter. To Q, you may use my Pokemon as a go-between to access the pastures in Jubilite Village. I've also ensured that you'll be able to utilize our base camps without issue. I have every confidence in your ability as an Adept Survey Corps member to bring this bizarre situation under control promptly. Sincerely, Silene. Survey Corps Captain, Galaxy Expedition Team. Good tidings from the letter, then? It's a secret. Now then, so we're to visit 3 lakes. It doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out. Quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant. I've managed to reassure my people for now. The wardens are keeping a close eye on their nobles too. Seems all's quiet for the moment. And so here we are. But still, we'll never get away with openly aiding you. If we were to undermine the commander's direct orders, relations would grow strained. Long story short, we want to help but without drawing attention, so it'll be just one of us. Me or her, it's up to you, though the answer should be obvious. Chad, who do you like more? Do you like Irida or Adaman more? Personally, I like them both, but honestly, I don't like Irida's shoes. So she gets like a point off for that. I'm gonna go with Adaman. Obviously, you'll choose me, right? Who gave you that Celestica flute in the first place? That's right, this strapping young man. Thought so. You can count on me. So then, the leftover leader will... Leftover? I'm not someone's scraps. I will keep watch on the commander. I imagine I'll hear something useful from him. Of course, of course. And the lucky chosen one comes with us to the lakes. We can fill you in on the details as we go. Well, the first task will be to decide which of the Hisui region's 3 Great Lakes to visit first. Right. And we'd better get a move on. No time to waste. I'll meet you wherever we decide to go. We'd be in hot water if we were seen traveling together. I'm counting on you to handle this, Adaman. Don't cause Q more trouble. Okay. To Lake Valor, which is found in the Crimson Mirelands. That's all the way over there. Ah! Oh, I can't use Braviary while I'm poisoned. Do you know about Lake Valor? It is said to have been formed by a volcanic eruption much like Lake Verity. Though there are also other theories that say it was carved off in the midst of a Pokemon battle. This lake is protected by the Pokemon Azelf. When Azelf took flight, The will to do what needs to be done was born in people's hearts, or that is what the legend would have us believe. Oh! A cave appears where there was none, as if just for Q. In we go, Q. I imagine strong Pokemon could wait inside, protecting the Pokemon of the lake. Take care. Let's see what we're up against. A menacing Pokemon waits before you. Watch it, Q. I've heard about this one from my grandfather. Those quills, they're venomous! You know, to be fair, I was always thinking about having an Overquill on my team simply for the branding. You can see on its tail. A purple Q. It knows my style. Now let's see. What would be a good choice to fight it with? I mean, I guess Gallade works. That's my cue. I feel a mysterious presence. Show to me the unyielding will. Strike me if you can. Did those bombs just appear out of nowhere? I guess you're meant to throw them at his elf. Oh, that's me. Will you abandon this folly? I'm not through yet. It seems you had best give up. Will you continue regardless? I'm not through. I'll keep throwing them until you repeat dialogue. Give up. You struggle in vain. Will you yet press on? Yeah. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. Two more to go now. Looks like that worked out well, Q. Gotta admit, you sure know plenty about Hisui, Volo. That's right. You could say it's because I'm a merchant, but mostly I'm just naturally filled with curiosity. I want to know exactly what happened in the past that led us to this particular present. Or, more accurately, I suppose, I want to know where I came from and where I'm headed. I want to know my path, so to speak. I think we'd all like some answers on that. I don't properly know how we came to worship Almighty Sinnoh in the first place. I've even got some questions about its true nature. Weighty matters to ponder for sure, but we have an important task before us. Do you want to return to Mistress Kogita's home? Perfect! I'd like to see what she thinks of our progress. Ah, Zelf's Fang. If the legends told it true, then the red chain must be real as well. I guess, but this all makes no sense to me. These Pokemon represent our minds, and they'll give us this thing, and it'll let us bind the world and solve all this mess? But how? Why? Your doubt suggests a keen intellect. I see you're not your clan's leader for nothing. Without the mind, were the rift to widen and the very world to end, would we even know it? One might even say the world, time, space, and all creation exists only because our minds are there to perceive it. Perhaps the red chain's purpose is to let one see creation as it truly is. I get it even less now. Such are myths, my child, teaching us about the world in their own incomprehensible ways. They urge us to think more for ourselves on the nature of Almighty Sinnoh and on the nature of the world in which we dwell. You're absolutely right. Myths and legends are such fascinating things to study. In any case, all we have to do is complete 2 more trials and we will get the red chain. How nonchalant you sound. How confident of successes to which you contribute nothing. You tag along only for the chance to gawk at more ancient ruins. Alright, 2 more to go. Next is Lake Acuity. At least this one's marked this time. An Alpha knocked me off. I wonder if I ever entered this cave. Well, I guess there's not much to explore here. Some very angry Chimecos. Here we are, Lake Acuity. You know, I've been told it actually contains seawater as well. Nobody knows why, though. It could be a fluke of geography, or perhaps it's connected to a Pokemon somehow. Lake Acuity is protected by the Pokemon Uxie. When Uxie took flight, the knowledge to solve problems was born in people's minds. That's what the stories say, anyway. A tool that can make caves simply appear from nowhere is quite a handy one to have. Let's go, Q. I imagine there may be Pokemon in there protecting this lake's guardian. Take care. Gallahan has healed up. I mean, I could use other Pokemon, but... Now, let's see what's waiting for us. A menacing Pokemon stands before you. Oh god, what's this one weak to? I know you don't need me to tell you this, Q, but I've got to say it. Be careful around that thing. Okay, so that is a normal ghost type, I think. So dark would work well. Hang in there, Frankie! Knew you could do it, Q. I feel a mysterious presence. Come, I will test your knowledge. Combee, Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, Dusclops. How many are their eyes? Tell me each, one by one. yet all at once. Answer me. Can you repeat that? Combi is... I forget if Combi has 3 faces or 2. I think it's 3. So that's 6 eyes. Zubat is 0 eyes. Unknown is 1 eye, so that's 7. Magneton is 3. Dusclops is 1. So 7, 10, 11? Oh, oh god, it was 6. Then Zubat, Unknown, Magneton, and Dusclops. Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. Oh, thank you for the answer, by the way, chat. I didn't use it, but nice of you to help me out if I was, you know, have an issue there. I assume all went well, Q? Still, I must wonder, why don't they just give us the red chain? Why all this running about? I guess I can think of 2 reasons. To keep the chain safe and to test us. Perhaps you are right. Who knows what would happen if it fell into the wrong hands after all? Though, having said that, isn't the red chain for mending the world? What use would some villain have for it? Watch the Pokemon Platinum playthrough to know. Who can say for sure? Maybe the red chain has some other uses besides mending the world. You could be right. I guess we'll have no way of knowing until we get the red chain for ourselves. So, shall we return to Mistress Kogita's home? Wonderful. Then we can see if Mistress Kogita has any more insights to share with us. So that's Uxie's claw. I sense a warmth to it. The Pokemon of the lakes are strange. They seem to play on your mind somehow. Indeed, yet we may want to add just a dash more speed. Things in Jubilee Village are tense. What makes you say so? It seems a Pokemon's been glimpsed on the other side of the rift. One of those Ginkgo guild merchants informed me that Commander Kamado has raised a force not to survey the Pokemon but to subdue it, should the need arise. One of those Ginkgo guild merchants? You make it sound as if you're not one of them. Now, if a Pokemon truly were to appear from beyond the rift, what would become of everyone, I wonder? That settles it, Q. There's no time to lose. We've got one material left to find for the red chain. Let's get to it! Oh, sorry, I thought that was Volo speaking. That's the spirit. I'll come watch this historic moment unfold too. Watch? Is that all you really do? Remember, once you've sought the third lake and found what's needed for the red chain, make for the Shrouded Ruins. I should have gone to the other camp. I think it's much closer. Actually, now that I think about it, it's right next... Yeah. No, it's about the same distance. If I drop off here, I may be able to get enough lift to go over that. They say this lake actually used to be a volcano, then it erupted, leaving a huge crater that filled with water, and so Lake Verity was born. It is protected by a Pokemon called Mesprit. It was when Mesprit took flight that people first learned the joys and sorrows of living. Or that's how the old tales go, anyway. Magical iPhone, go! You know, I was too busy being amazed to mention this before, but the professor was right! The Arc phone of yours is incredible! Let's do this, Q. Mistress Kogita seemed quite intent that you would have to prove yourself to all three of the Pokemon that guard these lakes. This challenge was never for the faint of heart. Oh, well. Oh my god! There's something about this place... I'm sorry. There's something about this place I can't put into words. Trounce that thing, Q. Prove to the Pokemon of the lake how strong you are. Let's see. I think the thing is Rock Dragon. I'm going to try using Freon. Maybe Blizzard can help me out here. Oh, wait, it's a Rock type, so... Or is it Steel? I don't remember what Goodra, like the snail Goodra is. Probably Steel if Blizzard's not that good. Yeah, fighting type would be good then. That's the way, Q. I can tell that by what I'm sorry. I can tell by watching that you and the Pokemon you've caught in those little balls truly understand one another. Now, let's see about the Pokemon of the lake. Your emotions, share them with me. So it speaks from its mind straight to yours? Makes sense that for a Pokemon that embodies an aspect of the mind, I guess. This is not the first one. When you fell to this land, what stirred in your heart? How did it feel to bond with Pokemon and work together? What did you feel when you mingled with Hisui's clans? What did you feel when cast out of the Galaxy team? Take this piece of the spirit to bind the world once more. Edwin, you can put your hand away from your face now. Has been there the whole time. I can't even imagine what that must feel like, having a Pokemon talk to you without words. Well, the world is full of mysteries, I guess. I can hardly even be surprised at things like these after seeing the sky itself so warped. That was the third trial, which means that's it! Q! You've done it! It seems we finished the 3 lick trials. If I remember correctly, we were told to then head for the Shrouded Ruins. I don't know what could await us there, but I'm always excited to explore some ancient ruins. Let us be on our way. The Shrouded Ruins. Mist is so very good at obscuring things. It's long been said to blur boundaries. If we're to somehow bring together the world of humans, the world of Pokemon, and the world of myth, then maybe we need a setting such as this. That being said, what are we meant to do now? Seems I've made it in time. Showing up only when the time's right, huh? With age comes wisdom, I guess. I had the aid of a rather remarkable Pokemon, if you really wish to know. Right, but how do we make this red chain? I would hardly know. We speak of a divine instrument, one said to be capable of binding the very world. Do you really imagine it can be forged by mortal hands? Then what are we doing here? Why don't we have any more... We don't have any more time to waste. Ah, the Pokemon of the lakes. So it was true. The pact our people have passed down for all these generations has been kept. At last, I can set this burden aside. You've succeeded once again, Q. Yet, things do not seem to be going so well for the rest of the world. What's that supposed to mean? I've had some news from my fellow merchants in the Ginkgo Guild. It seems the commander is going to forego waiting for our investigation to finish. He plans to climb Mount Coronet himself. What's he thinking? Even if he makes it up there, what can he do against a giant rift in space-time? Well, he doesn't yet know that our Q has managed to get the red chain now, does he? Even if you told him I did, I don't think it would make him feel better, to be honest. That's right. We've got to let him know that it will be alright now that we have the red chain. Even the commander should see reason then and call off this foolhardy plan of his. But why? Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna be that guy. If you walked up to me and there was a giant space-time portal and we're just like, guys, I did it! I have the red chain! Okay. Welcome back! It's been grim here. We in the Survey Corps hardly even speak to one another lately. But with you back, maybe Captain Silene's appetite for potato mochi will return. Anyway, wait a minute, will you? I'll go and let Captain know you're back. Oh, my dear Q! The professor has been awfully worried about you, Q. Of course I was worried, but I don't think I could hold a candle to the distress you showed, Akari. That's blowing it out of proportion. I don't think it's appropriate for an adult to make things up just to hide their embarrassment. But, where's the captain? Wasn't she coming along with you, Professor? She's buried under a mound of work, I'm afraid. We're to join her in the Survey Corps office. It seems her hands are more than full now that Commander Kamado's gone. The commander's gone. Well, he set out for Mount Coronet with the Security Corps in tow. He's determined to handle this whole space-time rift business himself, including deal with the Pokemon that's been spotted on the other side. That's why I was filling in for the regular guards, with Pikachu at the ready. Well, we aren't getting anywhere out here. Let's head inside and report to the captain. We should probably go chase the commander. So, you managed not to die, just as I ordered. Well done. Thanks to you, Captain. I have no idea what you're implying. Yeah, like, that's not your Abra that's been helping us out. All I know is Abra vanished of its own accord, inconveniencing me greatly. Before moving forward, I must ask. I assume that you are here again because you managed to learn something of use? I got this red chain. Go on. I explain it. A legendary tool said to bind this very world. Commander Kamado is no longer here in Jubilee Village. The Security Corps has been scouting the area near the space-time rift, and they reported sightings of something on the other side of it. Something that resembled a Pokemon. The commander made the decision to take the security corps to the mountain so as to prepare to fend off any possible threat. They were to make for the temple at the peak. However strong the commander himself may be, he should have gotten Q to help. As the captain of the Survey Corps, I hereby order you to proceed as follows. Q. Take that red chain to Mount Coronet, make your way to the peak, and put an end to all this. You are officially reinstated at your former rank. Yay, I got my super useful rank back. Are you certain you can do that with the commander away, Captain? If he didn't wish me to decide things in his place, then he should not have left me in charge here. Then I'll go as well. We're all in this together, we members of the Survey Corps. Naturally, no one suggested you should not. Alright, let me grab some items from my box and make sure that I got like all the heals I'll need. Alright, I got the Vivid Chokes and all that. Let me quickly head over to the box, make sure I put all this stuff away accordingly. Take some hyper potions. I'm going to take all the revives. We don't have a lot of things. Like, we have a lot of hyper potions. That's going to be useful. Full restores. Do I have a lot of max potions? There they are. I'll take the max potions. I expect this to be a challenging fight in some capacity. There you are, Q. Irida's already headed to Mount Coronet. How are things looking here? The commander is already at Mount Coronet. He's already started up the mountain? He must be more reckless than that dignified manner he lets on. Not that I can blame anyone for wanting to avoid wasting time. Well, alright then. Guess I'm going after him. Let me go first, Q. If you were to show up with no warning, there'd probably be a fight. Time's a-wasting. See you there. Who's the reckless one? Hey, you got run out of the village, right? But you still tried to find a way to help us all? That's right. Q worked hard to get that red chain to help us. Why do you just assume everyone knows what that is? I still don't really know what it is. Too right. And he did a fine job too. The Survey Corps is always hard at work for the sake of everyone here in the village, as well as for the sake of our relations with Pokemon. Thanks. Here, take this. Ooh, a max revive. That will be useful, thank you. I don't know what I said, but it made that girl run away from me. Your orders are 3. 1. Make to the summit camp, and from there, the temple is sent out. 2. Use the red chain to resolve this mess. And 3. Return here, alive. I've heard the latest, so you've been accepted back into the Galaxy team, have you? I suppose congratulations are in order. Here are some max potions from me to celebrate. Thank you. It looks like the big moment is upon us at last. But no doubt it'll be fine. After all, you worked so hard to earn that red chain. Both Adamant and Irida have headed to the peak as well. My good friend Q, I wish you great fortune in the battles to come. I would truly regret losing one of our most beloved and loyal customers. It seems that Kamado intends to use the summit camp as a base of operations for this undertaking. As for me, I will set up shop closer to the temple itself. Things certainly seem to have gotten out of hand. Well, if anything goes wrong, the great Melly will be here, for moral support at least. Well, I'm glad you're acting less of a dick. That's progress. There's the deer. There it is. Oh no. Did not mean to run into you. Oh, still alive and kicking. Sorry about having to shutter the wallflower. I'd much rather be there now, serving up some freshly grilled potato mochi. But that taskmaster Kamado's gone and left me to oversee our food supply. He always finds a way to put even these old bones to work. While I'm handling that, I suppose I'll handle you as well. Time we got rid of you once and for all. I don't understand. I'll make myself plain. As Kamado's right hand, I'm charged with executing all the gritty deeds Kamado can't or won't do himself. I gave him my word I'd get rid of any fools that might dream of getting in the way of his plans. And besides, it's not just Kamado who longs to live in a new home free of fear and strife. His dream is mine now, too. You've seen my smoke bombs before, right? Well, this is how you're meant to use them. When I've heard you managed to quell those nobles one after another, oh, did it ever make my blood run hot and my heart pound. At last! One final opponent worthy of my great ninja techniques that have been left to molder all these long years. I really do love Benny the Ninja. Go! Freon! Oh, it knows Power Gem. Dang it. I'm gonna try hitting it hard with Shadow Ball. Okay, at least you took out something, Freon. Oh, you have a Sneasler too? Holy crap, you lived! And now you died. But hey, your defensive stats are down, and do you know what that means? It means that I'll have to throw something else out at you. Let's see. I mean, the best choice to me would be Gallahan. Call mine to go for a sweep. To be fair, that was the attack I would have used as well. Simply to try for a poison. Ooh, that's... Luckily I had my defense up. Leaf Blade. Oh, and you have a Gallade as well. I forgot you had a Gallade. How could Quick Attack hit a Ghost type? Okay, so Freon is a Refrigerator Rotome, which is Ice Electric. It seems my ninja techniques will soon be consigned to history. Very good, young one. Very good indeed. It's only a foolish ninja who tries to keep after a target they know they cannot beat. And to be honest, I don't hate you. I'd actually like you after a fashion. At least for the skill you show in battle. But listen well, Q. Pokemon are truly terrifying creatures. Kamado and I saw our hometown burned to the ground by maddened Pokemon running amok. We lost plenty of friends and comrades that day. That's why Kamado came here to Hisui to try and build a new home where people could live free from fear. But to achieve something truly great, you sometimes have to take extreme actions. If, hypothetical as it may be, a Pokemon were to appear from within that space-time rift, Kamado might lose hold of his reason. Save Kamado from himself, by force if you must. Do that, and I'll stuff you full of more delicious potato mochi than a human stomach can handle, and I'll kill you that way. Prepare for trouble, making it double. Welcome to the chat. I hope you have a wonderful time here. Thank you for the follow. It means a lot. You guys have been so great. Whether you found this channel by someone recommending it or just found it through sheer happenstance, I do appreciate you all. Well, this is it. Have you brought everything you need? Let's see. I could buy... I could buy some things. No, you know what? Pokemon hit like freight trains in this game. We're gonna buy Max Revives. Okay, guys, it's time to put this Pokemon-a-thon to an end. For those of you who have not been watching this entire series, we started at Pokemon Red version and played every single generation up to Pokemon Violet, And now we're ending off with Pokemon Legends Arceus. It is time to put this whole thing to bed. You've brought the red chain? Q, you're the only one who can stop whatever is unfolding atop the mountain. That Pokemon's apparently been sighted through the rift. I think it may be Almighty Sinnoh. But Commander Kamado stopped us from heading toward the temple. Yeah, we're definitely gonna talk sense into that man and not... I'm gonna say this. I know it's simplistic, but I do enjoy Armored Kamado. He looks actually intimidating. You again. I've heard that this red chain of yours will bind the world. I assume that to bind the world means to hold the world together, keeping as it's meant to be. A welcome idea, but can I truly put my faith in such tales? I mean, we could try. What do you think even the red chain is... Wait, sorry, what? Do you think even the red chain is some trick on Q's part? He worked mightily to get that thing, and I should know. I was with him the whole time. I saw him rise to the trial set by the 3 Pokemon of the Lakes. If he somehow concocted all of that on his own, then what hope do we even have anyway? Perhaps you are right. But if I were to simply place my faith in this boy, and that faith were to be betrayed, then how could I possibly face my people? Then work together with us. Should something go wrong, I'll take complete responsibility. Fine. Enough. Let fate decide what happens next. Whichever of us is stronger will prevail. Face me with your Pokemon, Q. Today we battle in earnest. Go! Freon! Charge beam! Oh dang, that thing's fast. Charge beam! Oh, do I have something for that? Well, I guess that doesn't matter anymore. Alright, Purple Haze, let's go for you. Snorlax go down. Okay. Oh, that... Wait! I have poison! Yes, waste your max potions. Let's go for strong style to make sure it dies this time. And it crit. Oh, this might kill me. Oh, I thought you were going to use a ground type move. You know, because you're rock ground and I'm weak to ground. You know what? Whatever. Strong style. Close combat! Any Pokemon that threatens our life here must be eliminated. Or befriended. Befriending is nice. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. Q. The fates have decided. I concede. And I apologize sincerely for doubting you. Commander. I know I have no right to ask it of you any longer, but please use that strength of yours for the sake of the Galaxy Expedition Team. No, for the sake of the Celestica people and all the Pokemon living in Hisui. Okay. Don't you worry, Commander. We've got the red chain. I still don't know what that means. Like, I love how everyone is just like, dude, we got the red chain. Everything will be fine. Do any of you know how it's going to work? Literally any of you. It's time to use the red chain. Let's see what it can do. See, we don't know. Hold on a sec. My head. Something's talking inside my head. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then, human. Animan, what are you saying? What do you mean, catch you? Almighty Sinnoh? I think Almighty Sinnoh just spoke to me. It's telling me. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then, human, for the fight to come. Take these. Could have given me a couple more, just saying. Yo, welcome to the chat. Have a good time. We're about to do, like, final boss stuff. It's Dialga! Well, we're boned. Oh man, I like Shinigami. Alright, let's see. Ultra Ball, go! Well, that was stupid easy. He caught it! The red chain is shattered, but we owe the Pokemon of the lakes our thanks for getting us this far. Oh, well done, Q, my boy. Masterfully handled. I hit it once and then threw an Ultra Ball. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. It was one turn, my dude. You are truly the pride of the Survey Corps. Looks like I taught him well. Wait, it's happening again. I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No, it's called Dialga. Mighty Dialga speaking to me in my mind. I'm in a ball! Space-time is torn. Awful power spills forth. The frenzied one comes to fight. Now, human, fight it with me. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain's smashed to bits. No way even Q could tackle another Pokemon as strong as the last one now. You're right, I might have to hit it twice before throwing an Ultra Ball. All of you, we must vacate this. Forget the fancy talk. Book it! Come on! We gotta make it back to the summit camp while we still can. We need to leave before this other almighty Sinnoh decides it wants to fight us. Excuse me. But Commander, we can't just leave it here. You dunce! You won't be any use to anybody if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get going!
Gesundheit.
Thank you. Such dreadful power! It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before it, Q. And did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems likely that a buildup of this same energy was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into the frenzied states. I still can't believe there are really two almighty Sinnoh after all. Guess that means neither of our clans was really wrong, huh? I must apologize from the bottom of my heart. To the both of you, as fellow leaders. You saw the truth that I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Q. And to you, Q, I acted on ill-considered presumptions and drove you from the Galaxy Expedition Team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. And despite all that, you still strove to save all of history. Yeah. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reasons to act as you did. Commander, might I suggest we return to the matter at hand? We've left things in quite a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's in front of us than dwell on the past, huh? Just what I'd expect from a real scientist. A dependable attitude indeed. Yes, let us move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my loss of composure. Now we can talk about that later. It seems that having Q about has been good influence on all. Yeah, thank goodness you were here, huh? We'd have no chance of getting through this disaster without you. We're still not through it. How is he to keep fighting? The red chain has shattered. Relax, I got a plan. Thanks to what Mighty Dialga told me. Dialga? The Pokemon that spoke to you? Yeah, and along with its name, it told me what we need. The Stone of Creation's beginning. The Chain of Red. The vessel of humankind's invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now pervading space. And finally, mighty Dialga said it wants to go with us back to the temple. With the red chain, we have at least the pieces anyway. I did collect them. Oh, sorry, that's Irida speaking. When did you have time to get that? And the vessel of humankind's invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. That's got to be it. But what about that Stone of Creation's beginning part? Leon might have some idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals and even goes digging for ore sometimes. Is that so? Then Warden Leon would be a fine resource to consult. And what are your thoughts, Professor Laventon? Do you have any idea what the stone could be? Oh, upon my word. Perhaps I do! Q, my boy, could you lend me those plates you've received from Weirdeer and the others? The ones that Volo said had messages engraved upon them? Yeah. Ah, just as I remembered! Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards became this plate. I think this may be a hint to what we need. What do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that share the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I believe that young Leon might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the diamond settlement asking about those plates before too. This seems like a lead worth following. It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore. Irida, may I ask for your clan's aid once more? Of course, I'll call Leon to the summit camp at once. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation never came. So I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Now, Adaman, I see all these other louts have their little task to be getting on with. But what of the great Melly? Where is my role in all this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, would you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader, Adaman. And make it a good one. You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles, keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hint. Oh, Adaman. Oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work they are not. And oh, before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Galaxy Team Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts, just by way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. Never mind. He's still a dick. Wait, the stream crashed? What? Wait, what do you mean the stream crashed? Nothing. I have not dropped a single frame. Okay, that's weird. Okay, look, I know I've been having technical difficulties all weekend, so believe me when I tell you guys, I have not dropped a single frame. So I think that's from Twitch's side this time. Like, you guys know I fully admit every single time I'm like, sorry, things are happening on my end. This time, I had no issues, so I have no idea why the stream crashed there. I brought Lee in. Yeesh. That ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. Isui's ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd like to take it up with Cleavor in battle? With that bumbling ball of yours? Excuse me? That bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? Melly, give it a rest. And play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam, man! Everyone back home is all worked up about the fact that you were spoken to by Almighty Sino. How did they find out? We ran down this hill and had this conversation. Who reported back? Or Mighty Dialga or whatever. This is Diamond Clan's day. Be proud. Warden Leon, if you would. Certainly. Sorry, that's not the right voice. Then let us get set out at once. We make for the primeval grotto. Alright, where's that? That way. Oh, wait, dear! Yeah! You know, now that I think about it, I don't think I have a Probobass. Hold on. Yeah, I don't have a Probobass. That was way too easy to catch an Alpha Probobass. I'm really good at catching Pokemon today, apparently. Dialga, 1 Ultra Ball. Alpha Probobass, 1 Ultra Ball. Done. Oh man, this is easy. What a curious cave. I feel some extraordinary power here, as if the world itself was created in this very place. What do you think, Leon? Taking into consideration my knowledge of ores, my skill at mining, and the strength of my Sligoo's moves. Oh, it evolved from a Goomy. That's nice. I think you'd better leave any extraction work up to us, wouldn't you say? We're going to have to stop you right there. Oh, come on. Who's there? We don't have any time to waste with... Clover? We haven't seen you since you walked out of the clan. Where have you been all this time? I don't have to tell you nothing. Look, you can carry on digging out that treasure you're after, and then you'll give it to us. I don't know why you even look surprised. It's not as if you were hard to follow. I mean, I was kind of hard to follow. I was on a bird. What we seek may be as precious as treasure, but this isn't about how valuable it is. We need to restore this awful sky to normal. Ugh, that earnest goody two-shoes act of yours is what made me leave the Pearl Clan in the first place. Enough. I don't care why any of you ran off to play bandit, but I won't let you get in Leon's way. There are 3 of you and 3 of us. Let's go, Q. You take charm. I bring good luck to my sisters wherever I go, and ill luck to anyone who crosses our paths. I'm the eldest, and I'll be your unlucky charm, especially in this, the battle of a lifetime. You want to know how epic this battle of a lifetime is? I forgot this fight was in the game. Oh, I have so many Pokemon who would be better at fighting a Rhydon. But it's not like I'm going to switch. Shinigami! Get it, Freon! Yeah, everyone in chat is saying they forgot about this fight. Well, you are rather formidable. Come on, Clover. Why not come back to the Diamond Clan? Times are changing. We're
Of course the world is ending and those crooks have nothing better to do than getting in your way.
I know, right? Times are changing. We're changing. And we really could use someone as strong as you are. Are you joking? I've got no interest in living back in that place with all its stupid rules. Look, we'll let you keep your treasure this time, but you'd better do something about that sky. You are as strong as ever, Q. Maybe you really can do something about those monstrous creatures at the top of the mountain. But even if you do, the next time we meet, you won't escape without a beating. Remember that. Like, how threatened should I actually feel when her Pokemon weren't even fully evolved? Honestly, those 3. What did they even come here for? Oh well, I'll heal up everyone's Pokemon. Thank you. That is actually very nice of you. The coin that I remember never hesitated to help someone in need. Even if she is grossed as she did... Wait. Even if she groused as she did so. I suspect they may have been worried about us, perhaps even wanting to help. Then they should have just said so. What a pain they are, hiding behind all that attitude. So how do you think a Sliggoo mines? I was able to extract some of that origin or whatever it is you wish to call it. I suppose that I'd better go with you, Q. Yay. That was surprisingly easy. No, you simply failed to recognize my skill. You ought to be praising my hard work, honestly. I knew we could count on you, Leon. No wonder Cleavor recognizes you as a worthy guardian. Let's head back to the professor and show him what we've got. That Laventon's got sound judgment, plus knowledge to spare, despite his silly streak. Yo, is that an Alpha Rotome? I do kind of want that thing. Maybe tougher than I thought. There we go. I don't think I'm going to get rid of Freon, but that's still really cool. So this is the stone of creation's beginning, the origin ore. Yes. I can certainly feel an imposing aura emanating from it. Could this be the feeling of the very origin itself? I've been meaning to ask since you brought that up, but the origin of what exactly? Of everything by the sound of it. Exactly, my girl! Now then, back we go to Jubilee Village. What? Okay. Workbench was right there, but okay. Yeah, it's probably more scientific than that. Here you are, Professor Laventon. What remains of the red chain, broken as it may be. Splendid! Even in pieces, I think we'll find it still perfectly fit for purpose. What jolly lucky you had the foresight to pick up all these broken bits at the temple. Your turn, Q. Next comes the Stone of Creation's beginning. The fragments of the red chain, collected at the great personal risk of by the Pearl Clan. Then the Stone of Creation's beginning, which we first learned of thanks to the Diamond Clan. And now it's time for the Galaxy team to play its part and turn these items into a proper vessel. Akari, my girl, you are one of the team's greatest craftspeople. Could I ask you to do the honors? Wait, what do you mean of the Diamond Clan? When did the Diamond Clan talk about the Origin Ore? We got Leon from the Pearl Clan to do that. And also Laventon was the first one to say it. Melly didn't help. This is my true battlefield, Q, even if it may be safe indoors. This may take us some time. Perhaps the rest of you had best wait outside while we work. Come on, Mr. Professor. Wish they'd hurried up in there. I'm starting to suspect all your prattling about the value of time is to cover up your own impatience. If sitting back and waiting actually solved things, I'd sit forever, because I'd be using time well. Unlike this. We've done it, Q! I dub it the Origin Ball! If the message conveyed to our good clan leader can be believed, then this should allow you to catch the Pokemon that has appeared in the Temple of Sinnoh. I do like the design. It's so simple, but I like it. These Pokeballs of yours are full of wonders. To think the fate of all of Hisui could rest in something so tiny. It's interesting how catching a Pokemon in one of these things brings the two of you closer together. Whoa, hold on, it's that voice. I hear it in my head again. You mean Dialga? Yeah. It seems like mighty Dialga willing to lend its strength to this fight. That's what it's telling me. That's certainly excellent news. The Diamond Clan's almighty Sinnoh, or perhaps I should say Dialga, is fearsomely powerful. Everything's ready now, Q. Take the Origin Ball and hurry back to the Temple of Sinnoh together with Dialga. Alright, I'm already prepared. And here you are, Lost One, ready to face your fate atop Mount Coronet? It seems a vicious battle might await you. Oh, well said. Now, hearken to my words, young ones. Time cannot be severed from space, nor space from time. The being you will encounter at the top of the Temple of Sinnoh is Palkia, ruler of all space. If it is allowed to run wild, space itself will warp and bend here in Hisui, and eventually the very world may be broken. But you have the aid of its counterpart, Dialga, the ruler of time, and therein lies hope. Balance will be brought to time and space, and the world can once again be as it should. Now take Dialga at your side and make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. Oh, do I really have to, though? I have to give up a Pokemon. To be honest, I guess out of all of them, Freon hasn't been pulling its weight. I'm still gonna move you over here so I can collect you later. I get it. I must say, this is quite the intriguing village. Perhaps I'll have a look around before I go. See what your clothier has on offer. Excuse me, is this a time for shopping? Well, I hardly have time for shopping if the world ends, will I, young man? Fair point. Alright, Q. Once you feel ready, set out. We make for the Temple of Sinnoh once more. She's gone. Do you think I could switch back without her being mad at me? I don't know if this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try. Just the boy I've been waiting for. I know you can buy various sundries at the base camp, but I thought it might be helpful to you if I set up here closer to the temple. I want to have front row seats if there's a chance to see into the world of myth and legend. I'll probably be creeping even closer to the action once the battle actually begins. Oh, but you won't have to worry about me. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. And besides, I know all too well the strength of you and your Pokemon. I've got no doubt you'll have this whole thing tied up in a neat bow before I could possibly be in any danger. Try not to get killed, Volo. Bring a Pokemon that is willing to aid you. Oh, come on! Fine. You guys are mean. There, now I have Dialga in my team. I'm gonna try my best not to need it. I don't know, I'm just not a fan of being forced to use legendaries. For so long, I thought that I'd had to eliminate any outside element that might threaten the people of Jubilee Village. Whether that meant banishing you or seeking to destroy the Pokemon of the temple, I felt it was my only path. But you've shown me that I was wrong to think in such a way. Are you ready for this challenge, recruit? Sure. Hey Q, let's meet tomorrow together. What's that supposed to mean? It's a saying we've got in the Diamond Clan. It means I hope you'll both stay safe. Perhaps it's worth listening to what the Diamond Clan has to say sometimes as well. We will support you in whatever way we can, though I doubt you'll need it. Q, protect Hisui and her people. Protect time and space for her Pokemon. Alright, one origin or side quest that I forgot about later, and now we're fighting it. I don't know, I think Freon could have tanked that. What do you guys think? Do you think Freon could have taken that? It lost its arms. Now it's a weird centaur thing. I know it's kind of shaped like Arceus, which is kind of cool. Like, it's got that ring along its horse body. Where did I get the bombs? Oh god, it can teleport, I forgot. You know, I forgot this music was bumping. Oh, dang. do I do? Oh, that's not fair. Like, why are some of them instant? Oh, dang it. Oh, that didn't work. I did it! Yeah! Boop! Please. He caught it. He really did it, didn't he? My eyes aren't lying, right? He actually went and caught it? Yes! Oh, good show! What a catch! You contained that fearsome thing in the origin ball! You're absolutely astounding as ever, Q. Thanks, Sinnoh. Formidable as usual, Q. Yes. So even the commander sheds a tear now and then. Never thought I'd see the day. Yes, what a sight to have witnessed. And then we yeeted them off the mountain and they're dead. Oh. Ouch, what gives, Commander? Not sure I deserved a sumo throw. Well, at least this is no dream. Listen up, all of you. We faced a calamity unlike any we have known, but we were able to overcome it by working as one. This calls for a celebration, a festival for us all. Gather your clans, this will be the greatest celebration Hisui has ever seen. Celebrate with the Diamond Clan? The two clans together, huh? Well, since it turns out we were both following a true almighty Sinnoh of our own, I guess the times when we'd fight over who was wrong or right are ancient history now. I'm sure our ancestors would be shocked to see us agree. But this may well be the best path forward, protecting the space we all share. Let us celebrate, for today dawns a new day for all those who live in the Hisui region. You know, you could give me a pat on the back or something. You know, a little acknowledgement. And that is Pokemon Legends Arceus. There is a bit of a post-game to the game. I'm not sure we're going to be getting into that. But I hope you all had a wonderful time. This marks the end of the Pokemon-a-thon. For those of you who forgot, we started back in May. I've had about 6 weeks missing between all of that. But yes, ever since May of last year, we have played Pokemon from the first generation all the way to the newest gen. And no, this isn't all the Pokemon games. Surprisingly, for those of you who are aware, there are more Pokemon games. I don't believe I'm going to be getting into them right now. I hope you all understand I have been playing Pokemon since May, and I'm a variety streamer. So I want to do a little bit of something else. When we eventually get back into Pokemon, we're probably going to be playing through all of the remake generations. We're talking the Fire Reds and Leaf Green. We're talking Soul Silver, Omega Ruby. Let's see. What else is... Oh, yeah. Shining Pearl. Sorry. I had to remember that one for a bit. And who knows, if I go crazy, I might even get Let's Go Pikachu. Yes, you're right. Might even go crazy with that. But that is for another time. Next Sunday, I believe we're going to be playing Xenoblade Chronicles 1 because, well, I've already beaten Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on stream, and I beat Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but I never played the first game for you guys, so I might as well add that to the list. I mean, I beat all of Pokemon. I'm allowed to go back to other games. But with this being the final Pokemon game of the Pokemon-a-thon, it's time to give my opinion of the entire series. I love Pokemon. I know I complain a lot about it. I believe they could do better in so many categories. I believe there could be so much done in terms of, like, making the games more stable, making the games more visually impressive. Heck, just help out with, like, they could artistically change up all of Pokemon if they really tried. And I am not someone who is that dead set on, like, all Pokemon need to be in every single Pokemon game. I am not that kind of person, because I am very well aware of how much data it takes to process these games. I know that was a terrible way to phrase that, but I am aware of all of the constraints. And I'm saying, if you guys, like, if Pokemon dialed it back on the number of Pokemon per game and really focused on the ones they have, like, if they gave us a Pokemon game with literally only 200 Pokemon in it that were brand new, all of them, no one would really complain. They would be like, this is another Pokemon game. And I know, 200 Pokemon is a lot. That was only a hypothetical. But ultimately, this game was a lot of fun, and I hope they do better in time as well. Yeah, we don't need over 1K Mons in every game, especially because, like, yeah, let's see, Arc Phone is beeping. Seek out all Pokemon. Yep. So there is a post-game to this. I don't believe I'm going to be playing it because it's pretty extensive. And we're probably going to leave things off here. I hope you all had an absolutely wonderful time through the entirety of the Pokemon-a-thon.
Sip.
Okay. And honestly, if you guys want a rundown of how much time it took me to beat the entire series, because I do have the data here right now. Let's see, if this is clocking in at 2 hours, nope, nearly 3 hours, then it has taken us about 15 hours to beat Pokemon Legends Arceus. It took us 12 hours to beat Gen 1, 12 hours to beat Gen 2, 14 hours to beat Gen 3, 21.5 hours to beat Gen 4, 17 to beat White, 22.5 to beat Black 2. That game is the longest of the series. 14.25 hours here in Generation 6, that was honestly one of the shorter ones. Generation 7 was 18.5. Generation 8 is 17.5. And that brings us to... Oh, I had the full number earlier, but I guess I deleted it. I apologize. And I'm honestly, you guys can just watch it on YouTube and take a look at those numbers. They're all on there. Oh, but guys, we have played over like 150 hours of Pokemon. I am really good with not playing Pokemon for a little while, but that's not to say I'm done. Nowhere from it. You guys have no idea how excited words coming out of my mouth. How excited I am for Pokemon Legends, what is it, ZA? Because, gosh, I love Pokemon Legends Arceus more than any other Pokemon game, and I love the other Pokemon games. So I hope that one is just as good as the rest. Until the next episode, this has been your host, Kazar, hoping to see you in the next video or live stream, and signing out.